My days begin at 3 a.m. This is the time where I fill up on scripture and prayer and art and inspiration so that I can spend the rest of my day pouring into my children and to the world around me. This time is kind of sacred, and it's not so much a must-do as a beloved rhythm and a ritual. Many people talk about their quiet time, but I have found that this time can be anything but quiet. I may cry as I'm praying. I may have an audible reaction as I'm reading scripture. I may be noisy as I'm, trying to quietly get myself coffee, but I may be emotionally reacting to the things that I'm feeling. But I do take this time in my day to fill up so that I am available to pour out into the lives of my children and the lives of people around me the rest of the day. We've heard the old adage that we can't pour from an empty vessel, and that's so true. And so I would just encourage you to, instead of forcing yourself into a box of what your time with God should look like, maybe explore or kind of reimagine what that time could look like. It should be a time that is set apart just for you so that you can do the hard work of nurturing and caring for and filling up others during the waking hours. I will be the first to admit that when people are talking about self-care, it makes me kind of nervous because we're not called to necessarily care for ourselves. At least we're not called to fixate on ourselves. We're called to care for and love and nurture other people. I have not found anything more fulfilling in life than caring for small humans, keeping those little tiny humans alive. However, we're in a season now of where I have 3 teenagers, and my youngest isn't a teenager yet, but our teenagers, they need us. The physical demands are definitely lessened, and yet they still need wisdom and encouragement and for us to speak into their lives. And really, they need us to be available. If I am available, my boys will talk to me about what's on their minds, but I have to be in a place where I am open to listening and to where I can see what is clearly right in front of me. And that availability comes far more naturally on days where I have already taken time to hear from the Lord and to talk to Him, and because of the way I'm wired, to take some time listening to really good music, or listening to a podcast by an artist, or taking a class, or doing something to express my creativity before the day gets started. Because my actual day-to-day looks pretty mundane. It looks a lot like caring for my home and homeschooling, and that can get pretty repetitive. So those early morning hours are crucial in me feeling like a whole person so that I have something to give. A lot of shoulds around morning times, especially if you are in the Christian faith tradition, and doubly so if you are a woman, and especially if you are a mom of small children. There are so many people who like to attribute all of their success, real or imagined, to getting up before 5 a.m. Oh, the 5 a.m. club or whatever. That is, I think, pretty disingenuous, especially when we're talking to moms who are usually not sleeping through the night, especially if they still have little ones, like very little ones. I'll be honest, my children didn't sleep through the night until they were, in their preschool years. So I think there is a danger in when we're sharing what we're thinking about, and being prescriptive and rather than descriptive. So I am in these short little vlogs, I'm trying to describe my day, my life, the things that are going on in my world right now. I'm not trying to give you a lot of shoulds or to-dos or things that I think that you should do. This is simply where I'm at and the things that I'm thinking about right now in real time. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.